hear from this stuff so that we can be better and our kids can be better. Welcome back to episode 4 of Millennial Un-Traumatized. I started that whole episode wrong, but here we are. So the next generational cycle or habit or whatever you want to call it that I definitely want to break in my family, at least, is the expression that I'm sure you've all heard, that children should be seen and not heard. And whether it was told to you verbatim, like meaning those words were actually said to you or around you, or it was never said, but the way you were treated or children in your family were treated, it was kind of insinuated. That is just so wrong, because children being seen and not heard, and I don't mean to be dramatic, but that is how we get situations like what we're seeing in the world with the EP files is what I'm going to call it. Because children are not being heard. They're not being paid attention to emotionally, spiritually, being protected as they should. They're not an accessory. And I think one thing that I really want to do my best in with my children and any children that are under my authority or protection, I guess, or stewardship, whatever you may call it, both as a mom, as an aunt, as a godmother, as a Sunday school teacher, I want to make sure that they know that I hear them and I see them, and that, anything that they are going through, they can talk to me. And of course, I'll talk to their parents about it, because those are the ones who are their primary caretakers, but also protectors. We have to make sure that we are paying attention to everything that goes on with our kid. And I know that in this world, life is so busy. Can be overwhelming, especially as an adult that has so many other responsibilities. But one of our main responsibilities is making sure that we not only see our children, but we hear them. Because stuff like this shouldn't be happening to children, period. And I'm just going to leave it at that. You want to be traumatized as an adult? Fine. That's on you. You're an adult. You're within your wherewithal to handle that, para decir or to say. But children shouldn't suffer at all. And I stand on that. They shouldn't suffer at all. So that is definitely one thing I want to make sure that any children in my vicinity that I have even a small part in taking care of and making feel loved, that they know that I see them and that I hear them and that they're protected when they're around me. So let's make sure we break that, because us as a millennial, if you've experienced any form of that, you know how terrible it was having to carry traumas and hurts and anxieties and worries and anything that may have happened to you in your childhood alone. Because let's break that as we become millennials.